For this mindfulness, we're going to be focusing on willingness. The willingness handout is on page 346 of the DBT Skills Training Handouts and Worksheets by Marsha Linehan, if you'd like to follow along or would like some additional reading. Finding a willing response in each situation means doing what is needed in each situation wholeheartedly and without dragging your feet. Willingness is listening carefully to your inner wisdom, which incorporates both your emotions, how you feel, as well as the existing reality, how you behave, and the impact and consequences that you might have. A willingness to do just what is needed in each moment is also about being effective. It's about doing what works. Willfulness, on the other hand, is sort of like throwing in the towel, giving up, refusing the universe on the terms of the universe, or in some cases trying to fix and control every single thing that's going on. It's sometimes hard to be willing because it lets in some discomfort or some emotions that you don't always like, but the approach of willingness is one of softness and receptivity. The first part of this mindfulness exercise is to experiment with getting in a willing posture. It's hard to be willing when your body is geared up for a fight. A lot of times when we're in a component of antagonizing the universe, refusing the universe, we're in a fight or flight mode and our muscles tense up. So start by just noticing your posture, maybe finding a way to settle in and get comfortable, kind of physically settled, maybe an upright posture. You can start by just noticing how tense your jaw is and see if you can softly open or soften your jaw. Relaxing your face, maybe allowing your shoulders to droop slightly or pull back slightly so you adopt a posture of dignity. You're not a wet noodle, so it's not a posture of giving up. It's just a posture of receptivity. And in this means you can also maybe try keeping your hands open, hands open slightly on your lap or to your sides. Just thinking about the receptivity to the universe and what the universe has to offer. So also thinking of being held by what you're sitting on, being sustained and nurtured, the kindness of the chair or whatever it is that's supporting your body right now, connected to everything else in the universe. So maybe take a couple breaths, close your eyes if you like, and I'm just going to encourage you to consider how willing you are right now to a few different things. I also just want to give you some permission that if you're not willing, you just notice that. You just take that into account. So as you find your breath, maybe some deep inhalations, some exhalations, I want to encourage you to see if you can allow the kindness of your breath to sustain you moment by moment. Your breath as nourishing. And I want to invite you to notice how willing you are in this moment to allow the universe to be just as it is on its own terms. Everything in your life, the people, the situations, your week. Can you allow the universe to be just as it is on its own terms, doing its own thing? In finding willingness, can you make space for or allow for any tightness, withholding, or restriction in your body? Maybe it's hard to soften your jaw, to open your heart. To see if you can get a little bit more willing in finding a little bit of softness, easing the tension and the withholding and the fighting of reality. Allowing the discomfort or whatever difficult things you might be feeling right now. So as you become more willing and your body and your posture relaxes, you might also notice perhaps letting go of things that fight sadness or hurt or other discomfort or pain. So can you be willing to just simply allow for whatever shows up? Are you willing to let go of trying to control or fix every situation, all the stuff going on in your life, just simply allowing, breathing in and breathing out? And finally, can you find some willingness to find kindness or compassion in your practice? A willingness to invite the kindness of the universe, allowing the resources and benefits of the universe to nourish you in all the difficult circumstances that you're in or that you may have been in, and to find the softening and receptivity in your heart. Now, maybe willingness, again, means noticing unwillingness, because after all, certainly not everybody all the time is going around in a posture or receptivity to the universe. So this kind of takes some practice, but this is a great exercise to return to again and again. And also, you might read a little bit more about willingness and willfulness on page 346 of the DBT Skills Training and Handouts Manual by Marsha Linehan. Thank you for joining me.